Joakim Andersson, new car this year, has struggled a little bit for form at times, but he will love the challenge here of taking down LZ in front of the Polish fans. Here we go, LZ in the lead, big entry from LZ, Joakim Andersson firing into the chase.
Yeah, big flick to initiation from Adam LZ, but it works and it pays off, and look at that, right into that outside zone, right up onto the wall. But look at this from Andersson. Andersson can trust Adam LZ's line and takes a brave swing through. Now Andersson on the inside, he's going to have to dive up to get that proximity back, and he does as Adam LZ makes his way through that long outside zone. Joakim Andersson right in there though, on the pocket as they come through the centre of the circuit, looks to set himself up for that second to last outside zone. Joakim Andersson took a weird line there, had to wait for Adam LZ to set himself up. Now LZ into the final outside zone. Andersson flicks it to angle across the line.
Yes, I mean, business as usual for both drivers there. I mean, it was a good lead run. There was a couple of moments where LZ, it looks to me like the car is very hooked up. Every time you can see the back end just shift a little bit in the zones when he goes from a lot of throttle to left foot braking. But no major errors from either driver. Yeah, Andersson quite on the inside of that first corner, dives in a little bit late on the inside just to get there, but he does get there, and he does get that proximity, just about avoids that inside cone as they come through. No such issues from both drivers. I wouldn't say at any point in this run there was anything spectacular in the lead of the chase, but it was smooth, it was consistent, it got all the zones. Andersson doing a couple of good moments throughout there. You can see all the fans like, they're going by me. Look at this, the nod of approval from that guy. That's all you need. And on this, as you said, Andersson waited late on the transition, meaning he had to put big angle in on the transition, but he got away with it. I think it's going to come down to the second run. Kind of LZ dial up a little bit more proximity. We didn't see major proximity from Joakim Andersson, but then again, Andersson could impress here with a really good lead, because that LZ's lead is probably sitting in the mid-80s. It could be beaten, so let's see what happens.
There we go, 30 gears down, they come, look at this. LZ goes for that straight line approach, big flick to angle, long handbrake drag over for Andersson, but now he's into the outside zone, disposes of the rear bumper, that opens the door for Adam LZ as he comes through. He's going to take that bumper off, and he does, spits it across the circuit as they look for outside zone 4. Andersson's on some pace right now, he's moving through the circuit very fast. Little tag on the wall, it upsets the line ever so slightly from Joakim Andersson, and Adam LZ deals with it, waits for that transition, a scrappy move through the middle of the circuit for the American, as now the Swedish driver Joakim Andersson looks for that final outside zone, and LZ jumps up onto the front wheel.
A little bit of proximity just towards the end, and again, drivers do that, one, because it's the safest part to do it, because we're all finishing the run, but also they do it because it's an exclamation point for the judges that, you know, you were there.
Yeah.
There was some moments of brilliance and there was some errors there on both sides. We'll have a look at it in the replay, but from where I'm sitting, LZ getting some good proximity at times, Andersson doing some good stuff at times, but errors creeping in. This is, first of all, big hit with the wall from Andersson, but he gets away with it, just flexes it. Not as bad as it looks on the, as it initially looked where I looked back on the drone. It was pretty solid there. LZ doing a good job as they come through here in the chase position. Not major angle from LZ in the chase, just kind of smoothly going through. It's kind of a mirror image of the first run really up until this point. One thing I did like was LZ getting right out into the outer zone, so he was staying with the lead car, not on the door, but he wasn't on the inside of the track. Andersson touches the wall again there on the outer zone, and this is where there's a little bit of separation as Andersson goes pretty wide here. Big angle from Andersson there. He gets the handbrake a second time, 3 times he handbrakes down to the wall, so the judges will be watching for that as LZ creeps up onto the door right at the end. And look at this, how close this is when you're in the car. It must be pretty hectic. I mean, he could put his hand out there and take the filler cap off Andersson's car if he wanted to. It's wild to watch, right?
It's crazy, especially with some of
these guys. We get so numb to it. We're just watching go, oh, here we are, Adam LZ against Joakim Andersson. Yeah, door on door around the stadium, and a track that didn't exist 3 days ago. US versus Sweden, packed house. And they're just door to door. Every battle's door to door, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, most of these cars now, Dave, in absolute tatters after a really hectic year of wall running.
Two boys nearly got run over by the tractor there. That would have been it. So nobody wins that battle. Let's see who goes through to the top 16. Adam LZ gets the win and goes through to the top 16. He'll be happy with that. When Joakim Andersson bows out, you can see Joakim's just not happy. Maybe just the run didn't go as he wanted. Yeah, and just while we were listening to you, Kevin, we're noticing some problems on track for Tor Arne Kvia. Car shut down in the burnout box, and it looks like there's an issue with getting that car started back up again. He's due to head with Adam LZ in the top 16, and we are sitting here waiting for Tor Arne Kvia to see what problem the car has. Adam LZ is ready to go. I guess he's heading to the start line, and the clock will start 2 minutes to get Kvia to the start line, and he cannot put hands on the car really. He has to get that thing moving some way, shape or form. So this is unprecedented. You can see the whole media team out there. Something going on, and Kvia has got to try and figure it out. Something's come loose, something is a problem, and he cannot go back into the pits to fix it. He's got to fix it here in 2 minutes. And something, is it a vacuum hose? Is it something electrical? You can see everybody trying to get that car moving and get that car trying to start again. This is panic drama again on circuit as we go from one battle now into absolute frantic behaviour from Tor Arne Kvia. Less than 1 minute 20 to get that car started.
Yeah, it's absolute panic down there, and I think he's ready to go. I think he looks like he's fixed the issue. Look at the panic on Kvia as he slams that car shut. He knows he needs to be at the start line.
Well, can he get it done? And he's got to get himself harnessed back into the car and ready to go. Now, will the car start? It's trying to start.
Well, Adam LZ sits on the line.
Yeah, he's trying. So it's an electrical issue with the car. So he's back out of the car again. It's an electrical issue with Kvia's car. It's something just not starting right. He's had to look at the wiring, look at the fuses. Has something popped? Has something broken? Kvia cannot send the car back into the pits. He's got to fix it himself and get to the start line. He's less than a minute on the clock now. He's getting very close to the 33 seconds, wow. 30 seconds. I'm not sure he's going to make this. This would be a heartbreaking way for Kvia to finish the season. And he's just pulling at wires in the car to see what is the issue. Can Kvia get that car going and get himself back to the start line in time to start this battle? He's hitting the dash, he's slapping things. Will it get the car moving? It's a random fault. He has no idea what it is.
No, and you can see the dash illuminating there and nothing. Oh no, and he knows he's not going to be able to do it.
That is absolutely heartbreaking for Tor Arne Kvia, and we're watching it happen right in front of our eyes. So Adam LZ is just going to have to initiate the first corner and get himself into the top 8, and he'd be happy. Last year didn't qualify as a wild card in a car he wasn't familiar with. Said, you know what, I kind of want to bring my own car here. Built a car, and if you guys watch Adam LZ's content, built it in a very short amount of time. In a couple of weeks, built a very, very interesting E36. It's very light, very powerful, almost 1,000 horsepower, and he's running this car and a very similar car in the USA. So technically he has had some issues all year with the other one, so he's built 3 E36s almost in a year, but he'd be happy in Poland to get himself into the top 8. And Adam LZ will take the opportunity just to do a quick run of the track, make sure the car is A-OK, put a wave on for the fans, and he's happy to go through, but not the way he's going through.
No, exactly that, Dave. So Adam LZ, close to the wall there, nearly put himself in a little danger, but nevertheless he's going to finish up this run. He will take a full pass of the circuit. Every single run these guys can get, they will get. Limited practice for these guys over the last 2 days. And Adam LZ cross the line and secure the deal and remove the bootlet off the car.
Take the bootlet off the car.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, might as well do it in style. It holds on for a 360.
That cable tie is just like, I'm trying, I'm really trying. So that is that's how you remove your bootlet and leave it with you. And also you can see a little bit of tyre smoke starting to come up from the back of LZ's car. Now that little delay is all playing into the next battle, which is the biggest battle of the year, Lauri Heinonen and Benediktas Sherba for the championship. And the conditions, well, I'm just going to say it, the track is a little drier than it's been for a while. So just playing into the drama here.
Stop it.
I'm just saying it's playing into the drama, Ian. I'm trying to be as real with everyone as I can. Adam LZ gets the confirmation that he will go through to the top 8. Here is another interesting story that's just developed and been in my ear, Ian.
Yeah.
Lauri Heinonen out of competition. So we're going to go down to Becky. Becky, he's not continuing. Was it the worst? Was it what we feared? The engine let go?
Thankfully, Dave, the engine hasn't let go, but we are down here with Lauri right now. And let me tell you, the weather is absolutely biblical. So thank goodness we had that roof closed and those wet conditions inside the track. But Lauri, it's not looking terminal, but it's not good as we see you not pulling to the line with Adam LZ right now.
Yeah, I would say it's terminal because the oil temps went like 280 Fahrenheit and there was oil coming out of the engine. So yeah, maybe a hole somewhere, we don't know.
Maybe a little bit worse than we thought then.
Yeah, about judging from the knocking, it's bad. Yeah.
Okay, well, obviously, you know, you would have loved to have pulled to the line. I just asked you right then, has this all sunk in for you right now? But you're saying to me, I'm still in battle mode. I could go again right now.
Yeah, it was only the car that let us down. So yeah, I'm ready to go. But yeah, this is just enough.
Has it sunk in yet? I mean, I know it's a big one to take in, but you know, how are you feeling right now?
Feeling really, really, really great. I'm waiting to meet the audience and the fans and just stand on the podium and let it all sink in.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Lauri, and we'll see you very soon.
LZ will be on the start line, and Adam LZ will automatically go top 4 at the final round of Driftmasters. So Not the way he would have wanted it, but it just seems he's like Moses. The sea is just parting in front of Adam LZ today, and he's going all the way to the top 4 semi-finals with 2 shots at the podium. Wow. 2 shots. And you know what? He's had a lot of bad luck this year, Adam LZ. Tire fires and a wheel coming off the car and everything. So to finish the season, his first season in Drift Masters, the only American to ever make the top 4 in the championship is about to happen. History in the making here in the PGE Narodowy as a US driver makes it to the semi-finals of Drift Masters.
Yeah, and all he had to do was initiate and complete his first outside zones, and he's done that, but he will take a 4 parts of the circuit because he'll want to get some more laps under his belt, Dave. You know, it's only been limited seat time here at the PGE Narodowy because of building that circuit in 2 days. And just think, this time tomorrow, Dave, none of this will be here.
Nope.
Bill gone.
But probably we'll still be here having a few celebratory alcohol beverages, but everything else will be.
I might be in bed. I don't have a brain anymore. My brain
a lot of I'm going to find the finish fans. That's where I'm going.
No way.
Me and you, Ian, are going to jump into the middle of all the finish fans, and we'll just see where the night takes us.
They have drinks that are dangerous. You could run a car on a drink that they have.
I think Lauri Heinonen's car runs on some of their concoctions. Yeah, but and that's why it blew up.
I see you in Finland drinking their drinks, and I was like, this guy's crazy.
I know, but you got to, they bring such energy.
You for 4 days after.
No, and I had a great time.
You flew home without a plane.
Yeah, I was fluent in Finnish 3 days later. It was fantastic.
Well, it doesn't stop there, Dave. It keeps coming fast, thick and fast.
Think you're going to get a breath? Forget about it.
Not a chance.
Think you're going to get a cup of tea? Forget about it. Stay where you are. I don't care if you're sitting on your seat, you're only going to need the edge of it for the next 10 or 15 minutes as we decide this one. Adam LZ comes to Drift Masters, takes the chance, builds a car for Europe. Said he was just here to have some fun. Well, now the fun stops and the business begins because he goes up against the pound for pound best in the business. The most successful decorated driver in the history of the sport will go up against probably the biggest personality in the sport for a spot in the final at the biggest event in the sport. That's a lot of bigs.
That's a lot of bigs.
And here we go. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 and send him into that first corner. LZ goes, he knows he can trust James Deane. He knows he can go close, and let's see what happens.
There we go. James Deane fires in. Look at this from Adam LZ though. Oh, a little too deep on that first outside zone, but now reasserts himself. Looks for the side of that X15. They fire through, and Deane clinical as always. And Adam LZ optimises on that clean lead line. Oh, tags the wall once again. LZ disposes of the back end of that E36. He shallows up the angle. Deane dials it on as they fire through. The touch and go. Now one transition left as they get themselves in to the second to last outside zone. Now LZ starts to apply the pressure as Deane tags the wall. LZ into the pocket, up onto the front wheel, across the line.
Well, you gotta give it up for Adam LZ. He brought everything to that fight. He hit every wall, he hit Deane, he hit it all. That was incredible. We didn't see LZ in that chase position in the top 8. With Lauri Heinonen's engine giving way. Also, congratulations if you're just joining us to Lauri Heinonen, who is your 24 champion. LZ just using the wall to almost like a catapult to go back into the battle. He brought the fight to Deane. Deane's lead run was a text perfect, just perfect as usual, right?
Yeah.
We have to say it. Look at this. Well, Deane kind of has a little wobble there coming into that zone. You know what? There's a little bump from Deane there. I didn't notice it the first time around. Yeah, bumps the wall, and LZ then bumps the wall. So that might cancel out the mistake from LZ. Definitely loses the boot lid that time. But I've got to say, I didn't expect Adam LZ to bring that level of fight.
It has to, though, Dave. Can't come to Drift Masters and not bring the fight that much to somebody like James Deane in front of all these people.
Yeah, you're not going to step up with James Deane and go, wouldn't really do all right here.
Will he be all right?
Will he be okay?
Do you reckon
really
I can get close?
But I've got to say, it's Deane's under pressure now. He's got to bring a lot of aggression because LZ brought that aggression. Look at this last corner, he's right there, he's up on the door doing his best to be all up in his business. Oh, great shot. Oh, the drone nearly gets into the passenger seat of Adam LZ's car.
The drone nearly went through the car.
And here we are, whatever's left of the back of that. And Marcin said finally get to use my angle grinder.
Yep,
take off the back end. We've got a bumper bar, we got lights, everything is just falling apart off the back of that. There's nothing left of any of these cars at this stage.
Marcin's even got his work gloves on.
Yes, business time. He's using tape.
Oh, he's got the tape out.
Structural tape. He's trying to keep the bumper bar, and the bumper is inside the bumper bar. It's supposed to be outside the bumper bar, just to let you know. So, yeah. Look, it's got one more run to do for the season, or two, maybe. You never know, you never know.
No, it's
3 runs, it's got 3
runs to do.
Yeah.
Unless there's a one more time.
You never know. We're losing our minds. We hope you guys are too. Adam LZ in the lead position, James Deane in the chase position. The Irishman, to make it an all-Irish final, James Deane needs to bring the heat here. And Adam LZ, well, he's got to get up and gone into this first corner. Deane chasing in LZ into that first corner. Deane leaves it late, but he gets it on time.
Yeah, he does, and LZ fires into that first outside zone. It's really nice from LZ, but opens the door for James Deane as he tags the side of that E36 BMW. They fire through LZ, nice and close to the wall, but Deane replicates it as well. Now follows him into this outside zone. Oh, and Deane's deeper into the zone. He's onto the door, he's onto the wall. A little wobble from both guys as they come firing through. They look for the touch and go. LZ's on an absolute flyer right now as he lines himself up for the outside zone, gets himself into a little dab of the foot brake, and both guys clouded by the smoke as they get into the final zone across the line.
Oh, I don't know. Great proximity from James Deane, and not hitting the wall in the chase run, I think, is a big part of that as well. But I'm still thinking this is closer than you think.
I think LZ's lead was nicer.
There you go.
How about that?
There you go. Let's see if our judges agree, because they never agree with anything we say. So we don't know
whatever I say,
we're caught up in the moment, Ian. That's fine.
Whatever I say is always the opposite. That's what the judges, they always look at me and go, what was you listening at?
I mean, Ian's pretty dumb, so if Ian thinks it must be the other solution.
Yeah.
So here we go. As they transition back, this is really nice from Deane. And when you look at it on the opposite camera angle, really times his transition well. But I think LZ does better in this part of the track. He doesn't bump into the wall, he keeps it smooth, he allows Deane into the pocket there. It's definitely closer than you would have looked at on paper. This is look at that transition from James Deane in the chase position. I gotta say, that is masterclass stuff there, right up onto the door. Look, you can't have a good chase without a good lead, but I think James Deane took every advantage of that good lead and made it work. So, yeah, I was about to say both of these drivers don't know which way it's going to go, but for a spot in the final to face McKeever, it's James Deane. James Deane is going to the final here in Poland, and it's going to be Adam LZ versus Piotr Wiecek in the third and fourth place battle, and we're not complaining about it. So we're going to move on to our finals, and we're going to have Adam LZ take on Piotr Wiecek in. Well, this is for a trophy.
This is for a trophy.
A pretty coveted trophy for both of these.
Yeah, the first.
Could LZ finish the season with a trophy? Could Wiecek this year in the Supra, in front of his home fans, finish this year with a trophy? It may seem like the consolation prize of third place for both of these guys. This is for all the marbles right now. LZ will be in the chase position. Piotr Wiecek will be in the lead position. And I've got to say it, from where I'm looking right now, you never know. You just never know with driftmasters. We sit here and say, well, he's a three-time champ. He's in Poland. He should win this. We've said it before, you just don't know. Adam LZ's got nothing to lose. He's not got the pressure Wiecek's got of all his home fans and family around him. So let's see what happens as they come off the line for third step on the podium. Wiecek's off like a rocket.
Yeah, he's not messing around, Dave. He would have turned that car up to 11 once again. Now he fires through, but look at this from LZ. LZ's not messing around. Oh, gets a little close, has to back out of it. As Wiecek now goes for it, looks for that inside zone, and he nails it as he fires through bumper to bumper as they transition into this outside zone 4. And look at Adam LZ. Oh, contact. Adam LZ gets a little punch in the face from the back end of that Supra, gets himself back into it as Wiecek now fires through on that last transition, looks for this second to last outside zone. LZ gets himself back into the mix, back onto the side of that Supra, glues it to the door and across the line.
I think this one's going to be a little bit, you're going to see this on the replay, just from initial watching, because of course you're talking.
I'm talking about, it's a blur, it's a blur.
It's a blur to you, but I was watching that. This is going to come down. Did Wiecek hit the wall and back into LZ? I'm not sure that happened, but on first look, I'll have a look at it.
That's what you thought?
I think Wiecek may have hit the wall and gone back into LZ ever so slightly, but let's see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong at least 17.
Never lies.
Yeah, I've been wrong 20 million times this year. So watch Wiecek in the lead. Does he hit the wall and bounce back into LZ? So it looks like LZ is coming in very hot. It could be his fault.
Oh, he does hit the wall.
So he hit the wall. Does Wiecek hit the wall and bounce back into LZ?
Watch this, right before the entrance to the track. Ready?
Bounce,
Boing.
bounce.
Boing.
Now that's, I'm not sure if LZ was always going to hit him anyway. Let's see.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. I don't know if I mean, LZ was really pushing in there too. Now I'm back.
But was he controlling it?
Yeah, but I'm backing in the other way now, going, I think LZ was on shallow angle, moving at speed. Was he going to hit him either way?
Well, a good job it's not for us to decide.
No, we make no decisions around here, Ian. Only how to describe it.
Yes.
And I think at the moment that's a 50-50, as I would say. You could say Wiecek does touch the wall, but LZ's going too fast. and he shouldn't hit him, or you could say that Wiecek bounces back into LZ.
But my argument on that, Dave, is you would never know that LZ's not going to hit him because we never get to see that part.
Good point, yeah. Anyway, we're in the second half. Here we go. LZ in the lead position. It is Peter Wiecek in the chase position. Here comes a Peter Wiecek. Absolutely has to do or die special now.
Yeah, and we know he's got that chase absolutely dialed in, and look at this. Already he's on the door, and this is no messing around for the Polishman right now as they fire through. Absolutely textbook on that inside zone. They get into this long outside zone, and they tussle once again. Wheels clatter against each other, and they hustle and bustle through the middle of the circuit. Adam LZ trying to take it to the Polishman right now as they fire through. More contact once again as Wiecek brings the fight to the American and bullies him across the line.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wiecek absolutely bullies LZ around the track. He must have hit him 25 times in that run.
Easily.
That was insane. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't want to be a judge. And I'm glad I thanked them before this because it is tough.
It is tough.
It's really tough because you've got to look at that. Look at the initiation from Wiecek. He's out of his mind. He's out of his mind. He must have hit him 20 times. And he didn't do enough hitting him to spin him or knock him off course. Oh, look at that from Wiecek in the chase. That is phenomenal. You're watching just insanity here on track. So a lot of contact from Peter. Look at this. Hits him here. Hits him hard there, to be honest. Yeah. Hits him hard.
The drone gives you such a different perspective of the
first
contact.
view, yeah. And then they transition back again. And look at this. Wiecek goes in.
This is where he starts throwing punches, Dave.
Yeah, he just goes, hello, Adam. Oh, the tire is so close. Does he hit him? The drone is right in there in the mix. How the drone doesn't hit the two of them, I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple of punches there as well. You can see LZ scraping the wall. Oh, it's tough. Great driving from both of these guys, but it's going to be for third step on the podium. Will it be Poland or will it be the USA? Will it be Wiecek? Will it be LZ? Adam LZ has taken third step on the podium. What a ridiculous outcome here in Poland. I think I nearly imploded.
You nearly imploded. So deserved though, Dave.
Oh.
We need to find out why though, because it was clinical from
Adam
both
LZ
guys.
comes third step